So I thought it would be interesting to create a video showing what kind of exercises I do with all the gym equipment from the last video. First thing is warm up, which I was fortunate enough to get elliptical stair climber kind of a thing. So I do that for several minutes. And then I do light stretching with the bands, which I have attached to a post in my basement. And really, you can do anything for warm-up. Static stretching is not recommended usually, from what I understand. So I do dynamic stretching. I mean, you can do jumping jacks and things of that nature too. But you'll see in a second, I do what I used to teach my tennis class, which is the monster walk, which is a static stretching exercise, lifting your legs high as you walk around like a monster. That happens to be my table tennis practice room over there, by the way. And then you just sort of jog. It's almost like jogging in place. You can lift your knees in front one time, and then you can go do it again, lifting your legs to your butt, more or less. And then there's my list of how I arrange all my exercises. I have 4 different exercise routines. I have 2 for upper body and 2 for lower body. So when I exercise, I'll do one of those sets at a time. My idea was to do upper body A program, say on Monday, and then on Tuesday do the lower body A program, and then on Wednesday do the upper body B, and then Thursday do the lower body B, and then on Friday I can start to repeat that. Of course, at 71 years old, I find that doing it every day is a little bit excessive, but the point of having different routines is so that you don't over-exert any one particular muscle group. Almost all of these exercises are compound exercises. This band work is, for me, mostly for rotator cuff enhancement, which is great if you play sports like tennis or table tennis. There are a lot of people who get rotator cuff injuries because of that. So this has helped me a lot, not just in tennis and table tennis, but I notice I have a lot less pain at night. I can sleep on my side where I never could before. So it's definitely beneficial for sure, even though it doesn't look like a lot with just the bands, but every little bit hurts. It helps, not hurts. Hopefully not hurts. This is probably the most important, supposedly, of one of the rotator cuff muscles. Rotate your arm in the fashion that you see here. I like to do inward motions and then outward motions. So if I exercise a muscle in one direction, I can exercise the opposite muscle to keep things balanced. All of my exercise routines sort of use that same concept. When I do, for instance, if I do chin-ups, that's a pulling kind of exercise. And if you look at my routine, you'll find that like, for instance, the military press would be pushing. It's sort of the same motion, only it's a pull and a push deal. Bent over row is very good for your back. I'm using lighter weight here than I normally would. I'm not showing you all of the exercise necessarily that I do, or the weights that I necessarily use. Which, by the way, the routine is maybe 6 exercises. And so normally I do them all to failure in a circuit fashion, which is to say one right after the other, and then take a break and come back and do the whole routine over again. Depending on if I'm tired or not, I'll do it at least 2 times, preferably 3 if I can, but you don't want to overdo it and hurt yourself, that's for sure. Also, you know, you exercise at your own pace. If you can do 10 push-ups, fine. If you can do 20 push-ups, that's fine. If you can do 2 push-ups, that's fine. Whatever you can do, you just do it. Then you work on increasing the number of repetitions or the weight, depending on what the exercise is, over a period of time. If you overdo it, you will feel it. You'll be taking ibuprofen or saying, what is this tweak in my neck or back? I love this exercise. That's 55 pounds. One of my heavier exercises with the weights. And I've been doing this for 2 years, so I probably have tweaked a muscle or two doing this. That's for sure, but it feels good now. I haven't actually had any tweaked muscles here in the last couple months, really. I've been feeling pretty good. I just got this dip station from a neighbor, so I had never done dips before. They're a lot harder than you might think, so I don't dip too far just yet. I'm just working on this thing. But whatever's hard to do usually is an exercise that you need. So that's the end of the routine, and then we look to see, hey, oh yeah, it looks pretty good. I might do this again tomorrow, but not those particular exercises.